Wait, no way. No way. The very instant I start my live stream, it is going to do that to me? There is no way. I legitimately just started my live stream and it just decided now, just now, and I literally mean just now, I'm going to disconnect your Wi-Fi because fuck you. That's why. Like legitimately, like you see me how I'm like in that weird position right now? It's because legitimately it decided I want to not work the very moment you pressed go live. Legitimately, no lie, 110%. That is no better timing than literally right now, right here, right now. The moment I start live streaming, that's when this does this. I'm sorry, forgive me, but this is what's going on right now. That's why as you see, my head is slowly entering into my body, and it is.
Help me! Help! I'm dying. I'm dying. Help me! I'm dying. Help!
I'm back. I'm here, everybody. I'm here. Oh, and even better, it's not working. It's not high quality stream right now. So to put it simply, everybody, the moment I literally pressed go live, boom, my Wi-Fi cut itself out. My Wi-Fi is the biggest op right now. It does not want me to live stream apparently. So forgive me if the first thing you saw was literally my head injecting itself into my body. Don't worry, it only does that once every yeah. I'm here now. Hello. Let me reset some things real quick. Like my camera. Now that's back. That's upside down. That's not upside down. That's upside down. And then we do this. Whoop. And then we do this. Now I'm here. Hi. I'm forgive me everybody. I'm so sorry that just like literally happened the moment I started live streaming. But it's okay. It only happens once typically. So we should be okay now. With that being said, let me sit down for a bit. Let me chill. Hello? Yeah, my everything hates me right now. So, first off, hi everybody. Hello. I hope you all are doing well today. I hope you all are doing well today. I'm sorry about that initial start, but I'm glad that you all are here. Let me start reading a bit of chat so we can get this show on the road, shall we? With that being said, hi Fire, hi Andrew. Yay, I'm not the only one here. I appreciate you both being here in such a short matter of time. Hi Snoo. How could roller be late? That's not allowed. I know, I'm so sorry. I really got experimentated with my full body tracking. I'm just trying to change some things around based off of my full body tracking. Because I want to like really track my body better. But like, I feel like the stuff that I'm doing is still kind of exactly not working as I intend, but that's okay. This is all like full body tracking as a whole is like a science in its own right. And I want to make sure I can find any way to like calibrate it to my best advantage the best way I can. So it's probably not the wisest decision to calibrate this stuff like literally like 10 minutes before I'm supposed to go live, but it's just what I do. Random slam. Anyways, but I appreciate you being here. Of course, it's nice that you all are here. Eat your hand. Don't eat my hand. My hand is uneatable, I'll tell you that much. Where roller? I'm right here. Hi. Hi, I love wine. I appreciate you being here too. I appreciate you all stopping by. It's always a gracious pleasure to see you all. Hi, Not Something. It's nice to see you too. I haven't seen you in a hot minute in my live streams, but of course, I'm grateful all the same, so thanks for being here. Hi, Butterscotch Wolf. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. Also, Snoo, I'm happy to put you in Rolla server. Hi, oh yay, real YouTube guy too. Hi, oh yay, real YouTube guy too. Hi. What was that? Sorry, chat. Forgive me. This world's a little interesting. The world I'm in right now is some sort of like conference, but it's like in space. And in fact, from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like there's some sort of like spaceship that's like rotating in some weird rotation fashion. So it just kind of took me off guard for a second. But regardless, hi, 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 yeah, hi, yeah, 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 yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna sit back down. Oh, and there goes my right hand. Did you guys see it? Blinking, you'll miss it. Except you won't, because my right hand hates me. My right hand was already causing problems as is. Wow, right hand, you are really being a brat right now, aren't you? Look at this. You gonna come back? All right, thank you. Now you behave. If you don't behave, I'm gonna put you in the timeout box, okay? Freaking right hand, I swear. That's why I'm a lefty. But Roller sounds a bit like MatPat. Do I? I was trying to figure out what MatPat says. Isn't MatPat the guy that did like all the FNAF theories? From what I gather too, MatPat's also retired. So perhaps well, is he retired though? Like, I'm not entirely certain. I feel like I've seen more content from him, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he quit YouTube. But again, I'm not entirely certain personally. Epic pose, Roller. I wish that was an epic pose, honestly. Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding me. Oh! There I go. Whenever I open up the keyboard, my body turns in, like, has something happen to it. Hold on. Let me see real quick. Turn that on. I was turning on StreamerBot because that always reminds me that I need to turn it on and whatnot. I'm going to continue reading chat. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas to you, too. You know, isn't this crazy, everybody? Christmas is 2 days away. That's wild. It feels like it just kind of came and went, you know what I mean? Oh, that's right. It feels like it kind of just came and went, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of wicked that the fact that it's already almost here. And, you know, like, I mean, I hope you all get whatever you want to get for Christmas. Me personally, I'm not really a person that absolutely cares about Christmas, in my opinion. But, hey, I mean, if you guys like it out there, then sure, why not? Actually, I don't want to be in this world. I just realized what world I actually do want to be in. Yeah. I remember what world I want to be in. And actually, I'm going to pause that music. I know, I'm sorry. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But right now, I'm just trying to find a way to, like, be a little more comfy. And honestly, this world, besides my bedroom, this has been one of the more comfy worlds that I definitely have enjoyed just being in and chatting and whatnot. But I'm gonna continue chatting with you all. Hi Emmett, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. BRB premiere. Okay, bye. I love wine. Goodbye. Merry Christmas, Roller. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm coming back January 8th. Okay, oh yay, real YouTube guy. Well, I appreciate you spending time here regardless, and I hope you enjoy your Christmas. Bye, Emmett. I appreciate you being here too. I hope you take... Oh my goodness. Hi, guys. Hold on, let me bring this back out. Can I move? I can move, yes. So, real quick, I'm going to go to where I want to go. I'll go upstairs. I don't really like the upstairs in this world, but I'm gonna do it anyways. How do I want to do this? This works for me. Oh, why is my exposure so low? That's better. Flying? Whee! Epic zoom. What is this? Why is this here? Whatever the case. All right, get out of my face. All right, and now it's in the ground. Now it's in the sky again. I think I'm gonna settle right here. Get out of my way. What is this? If you disable this menu, I want the menu away. Get that menu out of here. That menu was an op this whole time. That menu's an absolute op. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change vertical offset to go down. and then I'm gonna change the zoom, and then I'm gonna zoom out, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. Yeah. It's all coming together now, chat. It's all coming together. Fly backs a little more. Zoom in a little more. Vertical offset's bad now. Vertical offset should be better now. Right. Nah, that's good enough. Hi, I'm here now. Again. I'm sorry for the mess that initially started. Why is this here? I'm sorry for the mess that initially started, but I am here officially. I don't like that thing being there. Get out of here, you thing! It's okay. I can't get rid of it. It's immune to my practices. So the camera's over there now, and now I'm over here too. Exposure's too high. Lower exposure. Exposure's now lowered. Exposure's officially been lowered, everybody. Reset body. There we go. Perfect. Everything is all good now. Are we good? I think we're good. Hi. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to read chat real quick. Hi, I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. You are super cool and awesome and cutie patootie. Snoo, you are super cool and awesome, and you too are a cutie patootie. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you saying that to me. Hello, I don't mean to interrupt. Hi, Redacted321. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You're not interrupting anything. You're exactly where you need to be, and if anything, I'm forever grateful that you are in my chat. I hope you can have a good time while you're here. Yeah. Hi, RS. Hi, Adam Hansen. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. It means a lot to me. Hi. Only care about the break. To close. So what have I missed since I've been gone for so long, Roller? I would say you probably haven't missed much of anything, really. I'm just moving the camera back so I can feel a distance. I wouldn't say you probably missed much of anything, really. I've just been kind of more or less the same person. The only difference now is that, I have, more subscribers, but really, I mean, it's all been kind of the same. Admittingly, for me, I don't really live stream that much anymore. Hold on. I also need to turn off, I need to do this, and then turn off this. I think that's a lot better. But I don't really live stream that much anymore because A, live streaming is just, it takes a lot of effort and time sometimes. Time that I don't have, especially now more than ever these days. And two, what is number two? Whatever the case, live streaming is kind of a much more stronger and concentrated effort to reach out to you all, but I'm not necessarily upset about it. I love finding opportunities wherever I can to be able to reach out to you all and just be like, hey guys, what's up? I'm actually going to do this. Okay, so for those of you who are probably wondering what that is, I don't actually like looking at myself. I'm serious. Maybe the only way I can look at myself is just making sure I check my viewfinder, but honestly, I don't like looking at myself. I like looking at the camera and everything, but my most important goal is to make sure I don't look at myself. Because then you get so focused on trying to make sure you hold a certain pose or hold a certain image, and then I get too focused on just not being able to actually be a real character. Instead, I'm just like, hey guys, how you doing? Everything going good today? I hope everything's going good today. And I'm like, I want to be a lot more expressive. I want to be a lot more animated. And I can't really do that if I'm always constantly staring at a viewfinder. So I put it away for a moment. I still have my viewfinder whenever I open my Steam so I can see your chat and everything in between. But overall, I want to make sure you all see a more actually naturally creative and expressive side of me. So, hi. Hi, Jinxie is dumb. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You're welcome. Same for you too. And same for you too, Adam Hansen. That you actually reminded me, if I recall correctly. A lot of you guys are on break now, if I recall. How are you guys enjoying your break? Is the break good? Excuse me. Making sure my tracking behaves too. Tracking is behaving. Yeah, how are you guys enjoying your break now? I assume you guys are now in winter break, which, if anything, congratulations. I'm glad you made it this far. And if I recall correctly, this is technically speaking the end of quarter 2 or the end of a semester for you guys in school, maybe even college. So, for those of you who are currently under break right now, I wish you a long-deserved rest because I know school can be very tedious and gruesome, but overall, I'm glad you had the chance to be able to just relax, chill, vibe. And you know what? It's 3 more days until Christmas. I hope you guys also get everything you've ever wanted and more. Because, like, me personally, chat, I really don't care about Christmas like that. It's not really something that I kind of like look forward to. I kind of sort of blame the retail life for that stuff because the retail life just makes you be like, well, all it just means is that it's more work for me and all that kind of stuff. But whatever the case, for you guys, I really hope that you have a chance to just enjoy time with Christmas, where you can spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, maybe catch up on your own personal stuff, maybe play that favorite game you wanted to play, or practice up on your hobbies that you actually wanted to participate in. Whatever the case, whatever you do with your time, please use it to the fullest extent. This winter break is only gonna last I think it's like 2 weeks, and then before you know it, y'all are either back to school or back to college. So please enjoy it while you can. Have fun, have great laughs, great loves, great memories, but make sure that you also be responsible too. Whatever the case, I just want to make sure you all have a fantastic, happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Merry Hanukkah, and everything else in between, from the bottom of my heart. So, if you decide to take the time of your holiday break to be here, then I'm forever grateful that you want to actually give me your attention and time. So, thank you, truly. Hi, Michael Stantz. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I hope you can enjoy your stay. Yo! Hi, Annabelle G5G. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. Driving in my car. Is that the... Okay, hold on. Is that the Asgore runs over Death meme again? That was like... I remember that when I first started live streaming, how popular that was for my channel for some reason. But it's funny, I'm not necessarily opposed against it. I know it has something to do with Deltarune, and I need to play Deltarune again. In fact, I did want to mention this actually. I intend... I don't know, I'm so paranoid about my trackers sometimes. I feel like sometimes the trackers do some crazy things. Trackers have been fixed, I think? Question mark? Exclamation point. But I do actually, when I in the new year, I do want to actually play more actual games. And if anything, what I might do right now, I'll just use a PNG of this avatar as kind of like something to look at. But really, I just want to focus on playing games, really. Like, I do want to play Silksong on livestream. I do want to play Deltarune. Those are mainly the 2 games I want to play right now. But the nice thing about just playing games is, like, I don't have to put on trackers. I don't have to wear this headset. I don't have to do the whole 9 yards just to live stream. I could just chill and just sit in my what is it? Would I use my laptop or my desktop? I think I would use my desktop. I would just sit on my desktop, just chill and play games and have fun. I like to be able to just do some witty, stupid commentary whilst I'm playing games. And if anything, I hope you all can come and join me along the ride so we can play some stupid fun games. I'm sure, especially Silksong, I'm sure a lot of you will probably want to watch me play Silksong and watch me get absolutely destroyed. Now, I will say this, I did play Hollow Knight, and I played up to, I mean, I wasn't bad at Hollow Knight, but when it came to the Pantheon of Hallownest, I kind of tapped out eventually. It's not hard. Okay, yeah, it's kind of hard. But the reality is, like, you have to, for those of you who don't know what the Pantheon of Hallownest is you have to fight every single Hollow Knight boss. And there's like 100, there's like 100 plus bosses in Hollow Knight. And then the last boss you have to fight is technically the true final boss, but like an elevated version of that true final boss. And honestly, the final boss, the true final boss as is, was already kind of tough. So the elevated version, sheesh, man, wild. But I will try Silksong. I will try to beat that game. And if anything, I hope I I hope I do absolutely spectacular. Hopefully. Regardless, though, I really do want to play more games in the coming of the new year, and really I hope you all can join me along for the ride, because I love just doing silly kooky things, and hopefully I can capture some really cool moments so I can share those with you as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited. Was that a hyperlink block? Hyperlink blocked. You know, it's funny. I remember when Deltarune Chapter 2 was coming around. Oh, my trackers are doing the tracker thing. I knew it. I knew it was good to pay attention to my trackers. I knew what it was trying to do. Trackers. You You sons of a freakers, I know your game, and I'm ready for it. Not really. I have really no idea what to do in this situation other than just cry. That works. And that works. But what I'm trying to get about here in particular is that I Deltarune, that's right, Deltarune and Spamton in particular. I remember there was a point in time where there was this YouTube video where it was Spamton G Spamton, and someone actually like voice dubbed over it in that particular moment where you actually go into his shop. Now, for those of you, this is kind of Deltarune Chapter 2 spoilers, but let's be real here. Deltarune Chapter 2 has been out for like 3 years at this point. If you have not played it yet, I'm sorry, but spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Anyways, the point is, they actually mentioned, they actually did like the whole dialogue related to even Spamton telling you how to get this, like the secret boss. And then they actually even did the dubbing of Spamton Neo and like what he sounds like in that particular moment. And honestly, it's really, really good. If you all have not checked it out, I heavily recommend you check it out, especially if you're a Deltarune fan. Now, personally, when I watched it, I was like, this is actually really cool. And honestly, I love these trackers. These trackers don't know what they want to do sometimes. Let me do this real quick. I know, I'm sorry. I'm getting very particular about my trackers, but like... Wait, hold on. I have to do this first. That works. And then this. Oh, Slime VR. I love you so, but sometimes you give me a headache. And T-Pose Roller is now gone. No longer T-Pose Roller, everybody. It's now me, just Roller. Which one's cooler? Regardless, Spamton, what was I talking about then? Spamton, Deltarune, and the voice dubbing. Overall, I do want to finish Deltarune as well. At least play Chapter 2 and then play Chapter 3 and 4. Now, I've already played Chapter 2, and I've already spotted Spamton Neo, both in the regular route and actually the weird route. In fact, the weird route Spamton Neo is actually harder than the regular Spamton Neo, because in the weird route, you technically only have yourself. But in the regular route, you also have Susie and Rouse that can also take hits for you. Now, the when I fought it, I was kind of like, this is kind of intense, but I actually did it, and I was very proud of myself. But I think the reason why I was able to do that fight rather easily is because I'm still watching my trackers. The reason why I was able to do that fight so easily is because ultimately, like, you know, the shooting mechanic that you have in that really dictates a lot of the matters of the fight. And depending on how skilled you are with that shooting segment, it actually really determines how well you will do as a whole in the fight. So I think it's a really, really good fight. Toby Fox has never ceased to amaze me in these kind of fights, and I really honestly can't wait to play Chapters 3 and Chapters 4, because ultimately, Deltarune's just a fantastic game, and I feel kind of stupid for not actually taking the time to play them, but I've been kind of sort of busy, and I want to make sure I can continue to upkeep my community and my friendship connections and my work and all this kind of stuff. It's a lot, everybody. Like, my life, I'm surprised at how much stuff I have going on in it. And especially this month, the month of December, there's been so much going on. Between my family vacation, between me working long days, between just friendship connections, community building, and just, of course, content creation. I'm really trying to fit everything the best I can. But honestly, truth be told, everybody, I haven't really had like a personal day, like a day for myself, since like last Wednesday. And before that, I haven't had a personal day for myself for like 2 weeks. So really, I'm admittedly kind of like yearning for alone time, and I'm not really going to get that alone time until I would say even up to Christmas and then after Christmas. And I know that sounds weird, oh, I'm going to be alone for Christmas. That's actually kind of what I want. And I won't be alone. I'll be spending time with my brother and my sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law and grandma will come by, and we'll just have a nice little brunch. But overall, I still want to just have a chance to just sit down and just relax and be with myself. Not really have to worry about anything, or this person or that person, or content, or games, or whatever. I just want to sit, just chill, like this. That's not good. That's much better. Just want to chill, you know? Like, I just want to relax and vibe and have a good time. I don't necessarily want to have to worry about so many things that I have to like consider or put factors of variables into, but we'll get there in due time. I'm a decently patient person, if I do say so myself, and I will eventually get there and have my chance. I know I will. Driving in my car. I'm coming. Why is my room so hot? Hey Google, change the AC to 66 degrees. Ooh. Hi Blorb I appreciate you being here. In this case, I assume it's Birdie. But either way, hi Birdie, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. The great meme reset is coming in 2026. Alright, I actually kind of want to talk about that. Briefly. So Catboy, and everybody else in the chat as well, do you really think the great meme reset is going to work? You know, it's funny because I was actually talking, you know, here's the thing. 6-7 has really just been all over the place, even in my own workplace. And it's funny because, you know, when you're basically counting up money and whatnot, you're just bound to run across saying 6-7. And then you're just like... And honestly, it's kind of funny. You know, it's interesting because when my bosses think for some reason it means like profane a bit, but they think it means whore, and that's not what that means, honestly. I mean, you all know what 6-7 means, and the answer is it doesn't mean anything. It's just random, stupid, dumb. But you know what? It's kind of funny too. It's like kind of like the world's biggest inside joke, even though despite the fact it's not really an inside joke because everybody knows about it. But the great meme reset technically is supposed to help take care of that. I feel like the Great Meme Reset is supposed to be like a collaborative effort to actually decide, hey, yeah, we all unanimously gonna come together and just make more original memes, or at the very least, bring back memes that we know and love. I don't know how the younger generation, like I would say like Gen Alpha and maybe even younger than that, will actually take that. I feel like they won't. I feel like they're so dead set in their ways about their particular brain rot memes that they're not going to go away anytime soon. But we all just can hope, you know? I hate to say it like we can just hope, but I mean, let's be real here. Come on. We need more creativity in the world. And I think creativity as a whole is a very important thing to help establish. Especially because AI has become so prominent. Like, it's everywhere now, and it's just being used for so many things. Like, AI is crazy, man. But whatever the case, rest assured, I always want to make sure that I can provide human content by being a human and listening to human music. That's a Rick and Morty reference, by the way, if you didn't know that. You gotta have 200 IQ to watch that show, by the way. Jokes, I'm just kidding. December went way too fast. We're still technically in December, but you're right. It is going pretty quickly. Exams are tiring. I hope the next year when I finally become a junior, that's going to be better. I think, if I recall correctly, don't get me correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if I recall, junior year is actually the year where you're just supposed to spend all the time trying to find like what college or what university you want to go to. Now, me personally, I never really did that. I was never really a super college-oriented person. My biggest focus really was my job and the way to like develop my own skills and all that kind of stuff. Granted, I knew what company I already wanted to work for before, you know, I even like had like this job and everything. Like the job, especially the company I work for right now. But what I'm trying to get about is like everybody was trying to see all the colleges. They were trying to go like this fancy university and that fancy university, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to my local state college. Now, I only got up to an associate's, but I'm just not really a school-oriented person. I can't really, like, it stinks for me to just try to sit still and, like, find a way to... Does that work? Alright, that's a better way of going about things. But, like, it's hard for me to just sit still and just be like, oh, I have to listen to this person talk about things. Oh. Now, granted, it may be because I never had probably the best teachers. I'm not saying I've had all bad teachers though. I've had some pretty good teachers, and some of them in fact I like still kind of keep in touch with to this very day actually. But for the most part, I'm just not a person that could just sit there and just listen. I literally would just be like just like I pass out. I'm serious. My sophomore year, I call it my sleepy year. You know why? Because all I really did in my sophomore year was just sleep. I'm serious. Granted, the reason why that was happening is because I would stay up till 4 in the morning because I would be doing roleplay with a really good friend, but, or was a really good friend. Whatever the case, or often than not, I just would be so tired, and I would just fall asleep in whatever class I would go into, but I would keep up my grades, and that was the most important part. Regardless, though, school just never appealed to me. I never really liked it personally, and, I mean, for those of you who don't like school too, if you're still in school, please continue to do your best. You have to do it. There is no choice. I'm so sorry, but as long as you have to do it, please, just try. Try your very best, be your very best, and overall, just have fun where you can, alright? Thank you and have a good night or day. Hi, Sandwich Mango. I hope you're doing well. And bye, Sandwich Mango. I do hope you have a great day yourself. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Roller, play Deltarune now. I'll play it next year, okay, you silly? I'll play it next year. My right hand, once again, wants to misbehave. Where's this? Where's the... Hello? Here it is. You gonna come back, right hand? What is my favorite Oh, excuse me. What is your favorite game? My favorite game, personally, actually is Undertale, believe it or not. So... I will say, I absolutely love that game. Where am I looking? I'm looking this way. Sorry, I had to reset my freaking right-hand controller again. But Undertale for sure has been my favorite game, and that's why I almost feel like it's almost a due diligence for me to play Deltarune. Now, again, the issue here is that I just need to make sure I can find the time to play Deltarune. But I will find it. I will find it, I swear. I just... Toby Fox has such a fascinating way of making games. And when I first played Undertale and just played it all the way through, I was legitimately floored at how such an amazing of a game he made. And I think a lot of people can agree to me on this testament. Like, it's my favorite game because it really, really captivated the sense of innocence. Like... sparing monsters and them having personalities and great characters and all this good stuff versus, and then, like, you know, helpless moments that you went through or hopeful moments that you go through. That game was really it really just capsulated and really, really put me on a roller coaster of emotions. I owe my heart to that game, and everybody that I talk to knows for sure that I absolutely love Undertale, undisputed, as my favorite game of all time. So, I really do need to play Deltarune, honestly, soon. Most memes fame, but Redacted 3 and Dave still echo. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Redacted, and I'm happy that you're here. About Still Saga's Peak. I do want to try to play that. What is my favorite VR game? Actually, Boneworks. Boneworks was one of those games that, like... So, let me brief you all on something, everybody. I've explained it before, but I'm more than happy to explain it again. Once upon a time when VR was, like, a very prominent and, like, I would say, like, in its younger ages... When you look at yourself in VR, you would only see your hands. Like, these days now, like, I can see my actual body and see what I look like in VR, but back then that wasn't the case until Boneworks came around. And Boneworks really did its best interest to try to make sure, like, you were the person. You can see your whole body and just, you know, figure out everything about you. Also, it was that game where, like, you had to, like, basically pull stuff off your holsters and all this kind of stuff. I really think it pioneered the way to to really just set the pace of, like, how immersive VR has to be. Now, granted, VR Chat has been doing this since the very beginning, and doesn't, you know, this is technically the first one, but I wasn't playing VR Chat when it first came out. Instead, I was focused on playing other games. Like, I was playing shooter games like Onward, Pavlov, and eventually Contractors. But when Boneworks came out, I will always remember this. I will never ever forget this. When I first loaded up Boneworks and they played the song, it's called Bone Rhapsody. Why do I know that? Because Bone Rhapsody is easily one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs to listen to because it's so peaceful, so calming. But at the same time too, when you're just sitting in like the main menu, which is like basically like, you know, like this like warehouse basically that you're in, you can grab objects, you can throw them around, you can start climbing, you can do all sorts of things, all while listening to this song. I felt immersed, and I legitimately mean it. Like when I took off my headset, hours would pass. I felt like I was just a different person for a moment, and when I took off the headset, I was like, oh, it's just me. So Boneworks for sure really, really, really sold me on the idea of VR. And honestly, I mean, that was like 5 or 6 years ago. And well, look at it now. To this day, I'm still playing VR. And obviously, I'm doing it even more so now because now I'm a VTuber. So I really always have loved VR. And I think it's thanks to Boneworks that really, really encapsulated the idea that like VR can be an immersive, amazing experience, provided that we all just kind of chip in and make it work together. Hey, you, hey, me! Pantheon's crazy. Skibidi toilet. That's the meme that can go away. That can go back in the great meme reset and everything. I need to grab my water real quick. I am thirsty. Chad, my trackers are going crazy and I'm upset about that. Not really. I'll figure it out at some point. It's really in my left tracker, and I don't know why. It's always my left tracker. Oh, that actually is a little better now. No, it's not that much better. But whatever the case, it's always my left tracker. And honestly, my room is just so hot right now. I don't know why. I'm actually sweating up a storm right now. It doesn't exactly help that I'm walking, moving, and dancing and talking and doing all this cutesy little stuff. Regardless though, I still just want to make sure that I'm putting up a good pace and I'm trying to make sure I have good energy the best I can. Reading Corner with Clyde Rami? I hope I said that correctly. But hi, Reading Corner of Clyde Rami. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Also, is my face tracker doing the face tracking thing? It should be. If it's not, then I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna take it off and just go and just like throw it into like the stratosphere or something like that. I mean, it asked for it. It asked for it, chat. It asked for it. T-pose in 2025. In the big 2-5? No way. What is my top 5 games? Oh, well, Undertale, Halo, Left 4 Dead 2, Helldivers 2, and I guess I could also say VR Chat technically, because VR Chat in my modern day has brought a lot of impact on my life as well. But Halo for sure, Halo Combat Evolved, that was one of the first games I actually played on the Xbox when I was like 5 years old. I know, super young, I get it, to play a game like that, but honestly, like, that game was fun. And I'm sure you all know if you ever played Combat Evolved. And honestly, these days, if you have not, there's so many different remakes out there. And in fact, pretty soon, PlayStation is also going to get the Combat Evolved remake. Granted, it won't be the original version, because they're kind of like remaking it onto Unreal Engine 5. I'll be very curious to see what that's going to entail. But overall, you guys will still have a glimpse to see what Halo Combat Evolved was like. I will forewarn you though, while Halo Combat Evolved is a legendary game and people love it so, the design philosophy of the game is kind of... No, I would say level design. The level design of Combat Evolved is kind of dated. Why do I say that? Well, I actually played Combat Evolved, I would say about 2 or 3 years ago with my brother, and some of the maps, you were literally just walking down long corridors for like 10 times. And it gets kind of repetitive at that point, but for the most part, a lot of the game is just fantastic gem. If you have not played Halo Combat Evolved yet, I heavily recommend that you do. You can get it just about anywhere except for the PlayStation, and soon enough you will be able to get it on PlayStation 2. So if you have not had a chance to play it yet, there's a better chance than ever to play it now. Please, go play Halo Combat Evolved. But then, of course, there's Helldivers 2, and I love Helldivers 2. I haven't played Helldivers 2 recently, and I really need to, because they added something called the Festival of Reckoning, which is like, I guess, their Christmas event. But I just, again, been preoccupied with a lot of things. I haven't played a lot of games, actually. In fact, the only game I've really been playing lately is just Battlefield 6, which is nice, but it's very frustrating sometimes, especially with the gun that I like to use. I personally like to use the M60, because the M60 is my baby. From Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and any other game that has an M60, that is just my favorite gun. I don't know why. I just love the way it sounds. I love the way it looks. My boxy, cute little light machine gun. And overall, in Battlefield 6, it's not the best weapon, but it's my weapon, and I love using it so. Delta, oh my gosh. I'm only human after all. I'm only human. Voice crack. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. It's a funny meme. I love that one. Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 are honestly the best chapters. I can only imagine. I don't want any spoilers. Please don't give me any spoilers. I've already been sort of kind of spoilered because I see like that TV guy. I would imagine that's probably one of the antagonists in one of the later chapters, but I don't know that for sure yet. So please, shh, don't say anything. I want to be super surprised when I see all this kind of stuff because I want to be like, whoa. I want to be like, oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh, it'll be fun. I really can't wait because I know Deltarune is such a thrill ride, especially Chapter 2. I especially love Chapter 2. The comparison from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2 is leagues difference, and I can only imagine what Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 must bring to the table as well. Hi, Deadman Priv. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have new people join along with me. I don't think I've seen you before, but regardless though, I'm very grateful that you're here, and I do hope that you enjoy your stay. I'm trying to make sure I also catch up on chat, even though I am kind of falling behind because I am yapping a lot. Damn, it's already been almost the time. Hi, Virtually Odd. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I must say, thank you so much for the collab. I am very grateful that I had a chance to be able to do so. I will say with this, in my particular live streams, I'm a very transparent person, and I always want to make sure that I can, I'm sorry, I'm like very like enamored by my trackers. I think I'll just turn this off for a second. I'm looking at my own personal mirror just to make sure things are working, but this is also gives me a better chance to be able to actually like express myself way better. But I'm checking myself too. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I'm just making sure it's working. But whatever the case, so for those of you who don't know, Virtually Odd is someone that I did a collab with recently. And one of the most important things that I want to figure out in my collabs is how well can I meld with other people that I don't really know that much. I don't really know Virtually Odd outside of like maybe the couple interactions that we have had on Discord and maybe the couple times that I commented on their videos. So one of my most important challenges was to be able to like actually be like a more pleasurable person. And I'm not saying I'm not a pleasurable person. I really do try my best to be someone that's not annoying, I'll say at the very least. But if anything, I wanted to make sure that I can just, this is kind of like a test run, because I do want to try to do more collabs with other live streamers, and I felt like with Virtually Odd, especially with how well they conduct their editing work, and honestly, I will say this, Virtually Odd, if you're still here, of course, I will say this, one of the things that I note about you a lot is that you have these little, small little quips that are kind of like cute, but are also very you. For example, when we got to the moment where we went to the second world, and we saw the, the soda machine that actually dispenses out drinks and whatnot, I remember you mentioned, you said under your breath, you said, "My diet, Dr. Kelp," and I was like, SpongeBob? Yes, I'm a very observant person, and I pay attention to a lot of things because I want to make sure I can understand everything around me, but I also want to make sure the people that I'm interacting with, especially your other friends, it was Opa, and if I recall correctly, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the other female, but I think it was like Bloomy, if I recall correctly, and they had their own personalities and the way they conduct themselves and everything. Now, granted, I'm my own, I'm a person that kind of like, I would say kind of sort of takes charge, but also not really. This was not my live stream, and that was not my live stream, and that's the most important thing I want to help establish. It was your live stream, and if anything, I just want to be a supplement. I did not want to be the star. That is also why I wasn't so focused on being in the camera or anything, because that's just not what I want to do. If I want to be a star in something, I'll just live stream myself like I'm doing right now. So the most important thing was to try to help provide content to you, try to find a way to actually collaborate and make something better together. I genuinely love the photos that we took. Chat, you all want to see the photos? If you haven't seen the photos yet, that's not how that works. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm back. But real quick, I will just, as an example, I will show off one of the photos that we have that I took. Prince. And then I'll continue on chat. Oh, I deleted a lot of photos. I'll probably share. Drop print. I'll probably show this one because I actually like this one a lot. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's pretty cool. I do like this photo a lot. And honestly, just making photos and stuff like this is just a great sense of memories. So I'm glad I was able to have a chance to be able to collaborate with somebody else that just ultimately wants to make a good impression and overall provide a sense of entertainment in utilizing VR chat as a medium. And frankly, I really appreciate VR chat a lot, allowing us the opportunity to be able to reach out and put ourselves out there. Like, we can go wherever we want and do whatever we so please. We don't really have to be confined by physical space or the matters of like what we have as resources in our physical room. VR allows us to do whatever we want and almost to be whatever we want and go wherever we want. There's so much capability and so much opportunity. And don't get me wrong, everybody, I have tried being like a YouTuber in my real life self. But it's kind of hard when you want to try to be unique, be creative, and all this kind of stuff. I've made a channel, a second channel. Technically, I have 3 channels in total, but I made a second channel where I was trying to focus on inspiration and motivation content. However, that was a little difficult because I'd always try to find new places every single time, and eventually you just kind of run out of places. But at the same time too, who really wants to see some male yap about random inspiration content, really, you know? Instead, you can watch a cute anime girl. And overall, you can watch them yap about stuff. Oh my gosh, my left, it's always my left leg, everybody. My left leg hates me. It hurts me! Whatever the case, the fact, I will say, Virtually Odd caught my eye because they seemed like they had a really good grip and they had a very good vision as to how they wanted to establish themselves as a VTuber. And that's one of the most important things I want to do personally as a VTuber myself. If I see someone has a good thing going, I want to help supplement that the best I can. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes I've been kind of wrong at times, but I still want to make sure I can support everybody the best I can. That is my job, as I would consider myself a leader. I want to be able to have this chance to motivate and inspire you all. I mean, come on. If you're a regular viewer or a regular chatter or a regular Discord member, you know how I conduct myself. You also know that I yap in crazy sprees, but I feel like this is very important for me to say because this is how I want to establish myself as a whole as a VTuber. I want to be that VTuber where everybody looks at and be like, wow, this guy actually just wants to be, you know, have a pleasurable time. They're very nice to work with and they're very well to vibe with. I will always match the energy wherever I can, and I'll always see where I can put my own spin and interest just to make things entertaining, fun, or overall enjoyable. So, Virtually Odd, if you're still here, thank you for collabing with me. It has given me a lot to think about, it has given me a lot to process, and I feel like I've gotten really good experience based off what you have offered me, and I hope if anything, if we ever collab again, that'd be great, but whatever the case, I wish you the absolute best of luck on your VTubing career, and honestly, I do hope you make it to the best. I hope you make it big, and reach the stars beyond your wildest dreams. Now I'm gonna go back to chat. I probably messed up. I'm probably so far behind on chat as I usually am, because I'm a mess. I'm a mess, everybody. Does 6-7 mean anything? 6-7 means nothing. Legitimately, it just exists. Hi, Pokeboy. Hi, Pokeboy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Magic Star. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to see you again. I'm just catching up. I'm catching up, everybody. If anything's specifically related to me, I'll make sure I respond to it. Like, for example, Lucky Star, Magic Star. I think Magic Star is asking my day. My day, honestly, I am so tired. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm so jittery and crazy right now, but I feel like I can't really reciprocate my thoughts a lot right now because my mind right now is like, the mental state is like 50% what it usually is. And that's only because like I have 5 hours of sleep, I am sort of kind of somewhat hungover, and also just I worked today. I worked super early in the morning. I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I had to work until 3 p.m. But also at the same time too, I hung out with a friend today and I hung out with them until about 7 p.m. And then yesterday when I worked 7 to 5, I hung out with another friend where we went to Disney Springs, and I'm sure some of you saw that on my Discord server, where I went to Disney Springs where we ate some food and then went to World of Disney to go buy some items related to Christmas. And then the day before that, that's when I hung out with Virtually Odd and had the collaboration. And the day before that, ow, my fan? Don't. I guess you could say my fan is not the biggest fan. Anyways, the day before that is when I had my my event with my community, and the day before that I closed. I'm being dead ass when I say this. I have not had time for myself, and I still won't. In fact, tomorrow I still have to work a 9 to 7, and then Christmas Eve I have to work 10 to 8, and then after that I gotta do gift exchange, and then Christmas Day. Oh man. You know, honestly, chat, there are just times where I do want to be alone. Like, I very much value my alone time, but sometimes I just can't achieve that. You know what? I'm not upset about it though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have a very good stamina for a lot of this stuff. In fact, even though I'm somewhat pretty tired and exhausted, I'm still live streaming. I'm still here and seeing you all and seeing the lovely people that you are. Unfortunately, I think my tiredness is causing me to yap a lot more than I'm reading chat. But I think as I'm reading chat, I see a lot of you are talking to each other, which I do appreciate at the very least. Because if I try to respond to every single thing that you guys mentioned, then it's going to be a little hard for me. But for the most part, I'm just happy that you're here at the very least. And I'm happy that I'm able to somewhat keep up. Now, granted, I feel like I kind of almost want to throw up, which is not good. So let me drink some more water. I don't really know why that's the case. I think because I need to like slow down a bit. So I'm gonna make sure I continue reading chat, and I'm actually gonna start breathing too. That sounds crazy, right? I don't really breathe as much as I probably should, and breathing is a very important thing you have to do. So maybe it's time I start breathing. Hi, Just Me. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, baby bees. Hi, baby bees. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy, Just Me, you're here as well. You're here as well. Hi, hi, Relly, my dog. Hi, Relly, my dog. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. Boss Boy Arshan. Hello, happy holidays, Random Slam. You know what? Happy holidays to you too. Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, Happy Hanukkah, is Kwanzaa around this time too? Please correct me if I'm wrong. But overall, whatever you celebrate, and this is not just for you, not just for you, Boss Boy Arshan, even though I do appreciate it. And I mean it for every single one of you, from the bottom of my heart. I do hope you have a lovely, fantastic, and happy holidays. That you can spend time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, people who just you want to be around. Those that lift you up, that give you that sense of energy to be able to tackle the world at large. This is one of the brief moments where we can step back and just be. Like, relax, enjoy each other, have laughs, have fun, just vibe, have good times, and overall, just be ourselves for a bit. I am not a Christmas person. Don't get me wrong, and I think on Christmas Day I'm gonna like post a video why. But regardless, though, I don't want to be like that Scrooge. I know some people absolutely love Christmas, and if anything, if you love Christmas, then more power to you. Honestly, I just never really personally saw anything as important because it's always about the matter of giving gifts and doing all this kind of stuff. But really, I'm not a material person. I'm a person that prefers to have memories. That is why I absolutely love taking photos, because I love to remember the events that I've had, the moments we've shared, the laughs that we had, and everything else in between. I don't really ever want to accept gifts either. I personally don't like gifts, nor do I really want gifts, because your presence here, your attention, the matter of you chatting or having fun and enjoying yourself, that's a gift in itself. And if anything, what I can really be thankful for this Christmas, my biggest gift is really just my community. 2K subscribers at this point. That's wild. I never thought I would even be here, let alone even be at 1K or 2K, you know? Just, you guys do mean a lot to me. And I know I say that again and again and again, but I can't really wrap my head around it. This honestly is like the best gift that I never thought I would get. And if you're here and you're listening to this, just thank you. Your presence here alone is a gift in itself. And I hope, if anything, I can provide you content and I can provide you a sense of support where you feel valued, loved, and appreciated. That is one of the most important things I want to do as a live streamer. I want to make sure that I can put a positive impact and good impression upon anyone around my life, regardless whether it's VR, live streaming, Discord events, or in real life, at work, in personal connections. I just want to be a good person, and I hope, if anything, that people can just go home and smile a little, feel a little better about the world, and overall want to be a leader in their own right, where they want to send the positivity out themselves as well. That's the most important gift to me. So if you want to give me a Christmas gift today, why don't you go give appreciation to someone who needs it? And if you do that, then you know what? I couldn't ask for anything else. I'm so far behind on chat. I stink at this live stream stuff. This is also why I don't live stream sometimes, because I just yap like all over the place. Forgive me, please, if I'm yapping a little too much. Maybe I'm kind of using this as sort of like a de-stressor, and that's why I'm kind of just yapping into the ether. It's been rather hectic and crazy, everybody. I have really just been hustling and bustling between work and my events and personal connections and everything. It's been a wild ride. And also, please, everybody, I ask for your sincere forgiveness that the last couple videos that I posted have just been VODs. I don't accept that personally. I really don't. I like to make original content so you all can have something to watch that you probably haven't seen before. But unfortunately, lately, I've just been so busy and I've just been so tired. Like, really tired. I don't want to make excuses. I will continue to try my best, the best I can. But I can continue going. Don't get me wrong. I'm a trooper. I can handle it through and through. But I want rest. I want to be able to just lay in my bed and not worry about the next thing that's going to have to happen, or worry about event stuff, or worry about this personal friend, or worry about, you know, work and all this kind of stuff. I just want to close my eyes for a minute and just actually have a nap where I feel like I don't have to have something coming up in the next couple minutes. I'm sorry. I know that seems a little off, but right now I still feel off. I'm still here, don't get me wrong, but I'm just a little tired. Forgive me if I don't seem like I have the highest energy right now, but I'll continue reading chat. Yeah. Oh, I'm blue. I'm glad I got that right. I'm glad I remembered that too. That's the important part. Ah. What the heck? What's going on? What the hell? Hi, Angel346. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Mr. Z Simon. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you here. What's your favorite non-VR game? Undertale. And I mentioned it earlier, but the reason why I love Undertale is because it's an absolute emotional roller coaster, but it really conveys a really good message in my opinion. It conveys a message that, like, just because you may perceive someone as something doesn't necessarily mean that's what they are. And it gives you the chance to spare people, and you realize how amazing and lovely these monsters are. We're supposed to think, they're evil, they're scary, they're bad, but in reality, they're just other beings trying to get by. And they got sealed into the world because they thought they were terrible people, or terrible beings, but ultimately they just want to exist too. And I kind of think like Deltarune was probably what happens after the fact when, like, you know, like they get freed and whatnot. But overall, like, the message Undertale gives, especially how, like, the game also makes you feel like you're not really, like, in control of the game, especially with Flowey. Flowey's a fantastic villain, and Toby Fox did a fantastic job making that character, especially with the Omega Flowey fight. Oh boy, that was an adrenaline rush when I first came across that one, I'll tell you that much. So as a bit of a backstory, when I played Undertale, I played it late night, and I defeated Asgore. I was like, yeah, I beat Asgore! And then Flowey comes through, and on the PC version of Undertale, he just closes your game. Like, my game closed, and I was like, what just happened? So I clicked on it and turned it back on, and then I saw the intro screen. I'm like, oh, it's just a regular intro screen. And then it glitches out. I'm like, what? And then I started, mind you, this is like at midnight, so I did not see this coming. And then Flowey basically just shows that he took over your game, and then, like, he puts this, like, super crazy big thing, and I'm like, oh, this is just like a cutscene, right? And then all of a sudden you start playing. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I felt so helpless. Like, that was legitimately the only time I ever felt helpless in a video game. And it just made it all the more rewarding as you're fighting for your life, helpless and scared. When you get the moment to actually fight back properly, it just felt all the more sweeter. That's why Finale is one of my favorite songs too, because I legitimately was just like, take that fall, you loser! And I was, oh man, whew. Honestly, everybody, if you have not played Undertale yet, you are seriously missing out on a fantastic experience. Please go play it. And that, my friends, is my favorite non-VR game of all time. Cookies for everybody? I like Cookie Clicker too. Cookie Clicker was a pretty good game as well, actually. I'm only human after... That's how far behind I am on chat. That was like 20 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago. Forgive me, everybody. I am really indeed far behind on chat. I'm just going to breathe a little bit while I'm reading chat. Random algorithm poll. Sup, blood? Hi, Flu Flies. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You're probably not here anymore, and I'm really sorry because I did fall behind on chat. But if you are, thank you so much for stopping by. I am glad the algorithm brought you here. But if anything, I hope you have a fantastic holiday, and I hope, if anything, that you had a chance to smile. And if anything, I hope I made you smile, even just a little bit. So, thank you. Hi, Mikey Stoker. Hi, Mikey Stoker. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You said you didn't press to said hi, but you know, regardless, I'm happy you said hi. So, hi. No, seriously though, I'm very grateful that you're here. Thank you. Chocolate? Chocolate? Chocolate! My diet Dr. Kelp. Well, this one's on the house. Oh my god, I'm just gonna start quoting SpongeBob all over the place now. I can't do that, everybody. I don't know how many of y'all know SpongeBob like that. That's older SpongeBob. And you know what? I know they got out with a new SpongeBob movie and everything, which I'm probably not gonna watch. I also heard some really controversial things related to Ice Spice, but that's besides the point. Different topic, different day. Different topic, different day. But whatever the case, SpongeBob, what a classic cartoon. I love it so. Hi, Lord Perturabo. Hi, Lord Perturabo. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Money, 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 money. Can I do this? How am I looking? Yeah. Money, money, money. Ah! That's a funny meme. I like that meme. That meme is pretty hilarious, actually. Water. Water is yummy, I must say. Anyways, do I love TV? I don't really watch TV like ever. I'm serious. Like my media consumption does not include TV whatsoever. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm at like a sports pub, or if I'm like at some place where a TV is on, yes, I can watch TV. But typically, like my day to day, I just don't watch TV. Mostly, if I need to consume media really quickly, I just go on YouTube and particularly watch short form videos. But mostly, I'm either having personal connections, playing games, making content myself, live streaming, or at work. So that's kind of my days in a nutshell. Or sleeping. Sometimes sleeping too. What can I say? Your anime girl's got to catch some Z's. You know what I mean? Hi, Nicholas Moreno. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It was super fun. Thanks so much for coming on. And I'm happy that you had me, Virtually Odd. I'm forever grateful that you have offered me the chance to be able to collab with someone like such as yourself. And I do hope, if anything, you have a continued chance to be able to grow your content and be able to reach upon your wildest dreams. I do see I've seen some of your videos, and I do like the way you go about yourself. I like how, and again, I mentioned it before, you use particular sounds and you edit yourself in a certain way where it's very appealing to look at. Now, of course, it also helps that your avatar is absolutely cute as a button. I especially love the little like bear that you have on your hip. That's so adorable. Absolutely cute. But the way you compose yourself, the way you compose your content is like very akin to like a lot of greater content creators, and it obviously works well for them because the way, like, it's like, this is kind of like psychological stuff, like the way to catch attention grabbers and the way you say your certain words and the way you use your tone and the way you describe things. It's very important in the grand scheme of things in order to have a captivating and engaging audience to be able to want to watch you. Now, I mean, I should know all this stuff myself because, you know, me being basically being a really loud and bombastic anime girl myself. Well, I'm not saying you are. I'm just a really loud and bombastic anime girl. Regardless, what I'm trying to get about here is sometimes just yapping, saying all this kind of stuff. I know it seems like I'm really just saying things just to say things, but I kind of actually have some sort of focus and matter how I speak to myself, especially how I move my hands, especially how I conduct myself, and everything else in between. I'm pretty concise in how I handle my words. And don't get me wrong, a lot of what I say right now is literally just on the spot stuff. I never use scripts for anything because I just never have. I seriously have not. I feel like I compose my words. Here's the craziest thing. Like, I'm so tired right now that sometimes I can see how I structure a sentence, but right now I'm literally just saying words and they kind of just go off into the ether. And I just hope to God they make sense. Because guess what? I literally forgot what I was talking about 3 sentences ago. Hell, I even forgot what my last sentence was. Watch. Oh. It was, the way I flow my sentences. See, I'm a little better these days. I kind of have to be, because I need to make sure I can call back certain things in order to be able to relate to you all when you say certain, when you say certain things that you have, like, mentioned, and I want to be able to make sure I can relate back to that. But overall, I'm just a yapping machine. Like, the words that I say, they just show up in my brain, and I'm like, that word. And sometimes they're like scrambled, and like the way I can describe it is like they're like scrambled in my brain, and they're always there, but they just kind of like funnel into a flow where they eventually just come out of my mouth. But I'm also really refined I'm so refined in this matter to the point where I don't really use curse words, I don't say profane things, and I do have some sort of filter. Like, the filter exists despite the fact that my words are so free-flowing. And even still, as I'm hearing myself talk right now, which honestly I should do more often than not, because I can help refine my words even better, I still have some sort of flow and way I inherently speak. It's not just random gobbledygook that I'm saying, I'm still trying to convey a message out to you all. Now, of course, sometimes I need to make sure that I put extra stops, like I need to shut up when possible so I can continue reading chat, like right now. Oh boy, I should probably eat soon. Then go eat, birdie. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. That meme is so stupid, I swear. It's kind of funny though. Excuse me. Hey man, I love the message. Just curious, how much Adderall are you rolling out at the moment? Hi Saint Sylvanus. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. And believe it or not, none. That might sound crazy, actually. Well, I will honestly probably say I probably do have ADHD. But the point, not diagnosed by the way, but the point is I'm actually not on Adderall at all right now. Maybe, frankly, I should be on it. Is Adderall the thing that like helps you focus better? I don't really know. Whatever the case, like I'm literally not on Adderall. I'm not on anything, actually. Okay, that's kind of not true. I am on CBD, but that CBD is kind of wearing off. So right now, this is just me. But also at the same time, too, I need to get some water. If you have not drank your water recently, go drink your water. Drink your water. And if after you drink your water, confirm with me by putting the glass of water emoji. I think that's the emoji. Put some sort of water emoji to confirm with me that you have drank your water. And if you don't, then I'm gonna cry. Do you want me to cry? I'll cry. Gonna cry? Gonna cry now? I'm an idiot. Anyways, absolutely random, absolute slandom. That's exactly who I am. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Dang, that's a lot. Hi, Austin. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. What's a lot? See, like, this is my problem. When I go on really long yapping sprees, I can't remember to relate what you guys are talking about, which kind of stinks. So I need to make sure that I actually can just, like, calm down. Oh, you guys are talking about my actual workload. Yes, I know it's a lot. But there is one thing I must say. At the very least, I'm not bored. And I do appreciate that a lot. Now, I could be like those people out there where I just doom scroll my day away. And a lot of people surprisingly are actually shocked when I say I don't doom scroll. I'm serious, I don't doom scroll. I see no reason to. I have so many other opportunities of what I can do. I can make content, I can play video games, I can go talk with friends, I can interact with my Discord server, I can go work. I guess. But overall, like, I just have so much stuff on my plate, which honestly I enjoy, because then it prevents me from doing things I shouldn't do, like doom scrolling or basically just wasting or withering away. Like, this live stream right now, every single second that I spend here, I appreciate and I want to make sure counts. I know I'm talking for a very long period of time, but I want to show you all like how I am as a person, the way I conduct myself. And yes, if this was an actual conversation, I would not just sit here and have a one-sided conversation. I would make sure I understand the cues, I understand the social cues, the natural flow, and in order to make sure that like you actually feel valued and appreciated, I really pay close attention to what everybody says when I'm speaking to them, because I want to make sure they feel seen and heard. And you know what, sometimes I surprise myself too, because sometimes I'm listening to someone and I feel like I'm not going to remember this stuff, but funny enough, the way I remember things, I remember through relatability. So for example, like if someone, let's say, had like a soda, like had like Coca-Cola with me and we shared a Coca-Cola, and then let's say I talk about Coca-Cola with somebody else some other time, then ultimately like I can actually correlate back to that as a story. That's why more often than not I have a lot of stories that I can tell, like, and I mean a lot of stories, especially if I talk about things that relate to certain stories that I want to actually mention. So this is how I remember things, and that is why I have so many stories to tell, because more often than not, if you guys mention something in particular where I want to relate to it, I will find a way to relate to it, and that's usually by me recalling a story or a moment in time in my life where I can actually relate to that experience. I think that's one of my secret bread and butters personally, and I think that's what I'm honestly proud of, because that way it makes you guys feel like that I can relate to you, and honestly I like that a lot. That's fun. It's an enjoyable way to actually do my content. Hi Sir Levi Liam, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Roller, you're genuinely so awesome. Thanks for doing thanks very much for doing all this for us. And and you know, first off, thank you. I always do appreciate that. I love the validation, and it does mean from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot. So thank you. But secondarily too, I love doing it. I love being able to make you all smile and feel appreciated, seen, heard, and valued, or to give you advice, or overall just, you know, help you escape reality for a second. And this is the beauty of what VR chat can offer. VR chat allows me the opportunity to escape from reality for a brief moment, to be able to just be a cute little anime girl. And don't get me wrong, I know in real life I am a male, I get it, I understand, but just for a brief moment, every now and then, I just want to feel cute, you know? I'm a mess. Anyways. Did I catch up? Sort of? I sort of caught up. I'm pretty good at this, aren't I? Vex Delina. Hi, Vex Delina. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's me, Arshan, Jimmy user. I kind of figured as much, Arshan, when I saw Arshan, but I appreciate you clarifying that, so thank you so much. I'm honestly, yeah, a Halloween person. You know what, Austin? It's really funny that you mentioned that, because actually, check. Oh my gosh, my left tracker really hates me. It always does. I swear. Here, let me do something else too. This, and then this, and then one more time. Nice. That's good. Good. All right. Anyways, Austin, as I was saying, my dad, unfortunately no longer with us, and I still love him so, he loved Halloween. I will share this one story. There was a point in time, I love it so much. There was a point in time where my dad was actually pretty good at woodworking. And what he would do, he actually made like a frame for a tunnel. And if you wanted to get your candy, you had to actually pass through this tunnel. But the thing is, he would put a tarp over it, and he would put some like Halloween decorations inside, like spider webs and spiders and all this cool spooky stuff. And we also had this blow up like mini haunted house, so you got to that, and when you got to that, you got your candy. But one of the things I did, so one time we actually made a graveyard scene in his front yard, and we actually made a coffin. And this is so awesome because in the coffin, like, we made the coffin open and close. So I personally was wearing like a sort of like wolf mask, and I would be in the coffin, and then sometimes I would be like this. I'd be like this. I would peek my head up, and I would jump out and be like, ah! Oh my god! And the kids were like, oh, good times. Those were fantastic moments. And I remember, I remember too, will this look like this? I remember too, I would do this too. Am I still visible? Yeah. I remember too, I would be like laying on the floor, literally laying on the floor, and like, cause there was like a chance to like reach under in the tunnel to reach for kids' ankles. So legitimately, sometimes what I would do, I would just go, I would look, and I would go, ah! And the kids would be like, ah! Oh! Good times. Those are classic memories, I'll tell you that much. So, and that's exactly what I was just talking about earlier. I like finding ways to relate to you guys if you ever mention something that I can relate to, especially Halloween. My dad loved Halloween. Me personally, I'm not a huge Halloween person, but the reason why he loved it is because he loved watching kids smile. He really did. And I have to commend him greatly for that. Oh, my battery's dying. Time to grab my battery pack. I commended him greatly for that. And honestly, my real dad is one of my big figures as to why I want to be a good person in this world. So him being so excited to just see kids like smiles light up because they had a great time and an enjoyable time, well, it's something to like really like look forward to and look up to, you know? That's why the stuff that I always want to do, I want to make sure that I do the best of my ability. That is why I'm a super crazy yapping machine, and I have all these crazy stuff that I do, but by the end of it all, I do it for a good purpose. I want to try to captivate your attention, and in order to, once I get your attention, I want to make sure that I can give you a message to go home with. And You all know it to be true. If you've especially been a returning viewer constantly, time and time again, you know this is how I conduct myself. I want to make sure you all feel respected, appreciated, and valued. And this is why I do this live stream stuff. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable here. You feel safe here. Now, granted, I'm not going to go on the floor and go, ah, but at the very least, I want to give you all a chance to look at something that maybe will just make you feel a little more comfortable and at ease. And I know I can't offer much, but I will try to offer what I can. So thank you for being here again. I know I say thank you like every 5 minutes, but why? I mean, why wouldn't I? I'm still floored to the fact that even to this day that people still want to watch me live stream and all this kind of stuff, or watch my content or do my Discord events. It blows my mind. It genuinely truly does. But every time I think about it, I smile. And I'm very grateful and very happy to have this chance to be here with you all. And is it exhausting sometimes? Oh yes, it very much is exhausting sometimes. But you know what? Nothing worth doing is ever easy. And well, this isn't easy, but this is a hell of a lot of fun. And I'm having such a great time being able to just spend time here with you all. This is 10:03 on 10:03 EST, mind you. This is 10:03 on a random Monday night, 3 days before Christmas, and I'm having the time of my life, and I hope you are too. So thank you for being here. Truly. I just took a screenshot. Why did I take a screenshot again? Just a reminder to check on your friends, because not all of them get to spend holidays with family and friends. Hi, Star Fox. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. And a very valid point, too. Very, very valid point. In fact, where I live right now, there's a bunch of college kids who actually can't go back home for Christmas. So, yes, everybody, please pay attention to this message. If you have family and friends that can't go home or maybe are just alone for Christmas, please take that moment on Christmas Day to reach out and say, Merry Christmas. I appreciate you. You might be surprised who you actually might help out there. Please, please, please do it for me. Again, there are some people who really, really struggle with hopelessness on Christmas because they may not have anybody around to actually spend the time with or appreciate. You can make a difference. You really can. So if you feel like someone maybe needs that extra boost or maybe that helping hand in matter of support, please do so. For me. And, well, for everyone, really. Because by the end of the day, we're not going to be able to strive for a better world together unless we start with each and every one of us. Thank you for your attention in this matter. When did a roller hit 2K? You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Snoo. Indeed, I was at 1K still after I hit 1K around 2 days after my birthday, which was on October 16th. And now I hit 2K really quickly, actually, and I'm honestly really surprised by that. First of all, everybody who is subscribed, who has subscribed, my heart really does go out to you. Thank you. I never genuinely thought I would hit 2K subscribers, yet here I am now. And in fact, I'm still getting more and more subscribers, and it's so lovely. I'm forever grateful to have this chance to be able to say I have 2K subscribers. I was happy to have 1, but now I have 2. Woohoo! But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I can just stop now. I'm gonna continue to keep going. I want to make more content. In fact, I want to make more mini music videos. I actually have a couple other video ideas that I want to do, and I'll be transparent with you guys about it too. One of the video ideas I have is I don't know how many of you all have ever heard of this video before, but there's a video out there where these people do this thing. It was like an acting thing where they're like, you could stop at 5 or 6 stores. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. And then I'm gonna make it VR chat related, and then they say some sort of weird quote, and then they do some sort of pose. So I'll just so I'm gonna do that video, and I also want to do a mock of Disney Channel, but I will just write RS. I'll be like, hi, my name is Roller, and you're watching Random Slandom. That's gonna be awesome. But I'm gonna do a little spin on it too. So overall, video ideas come so naturally to me. I'm always trying to think of video ideas because honestly, it's so much fun to make content. It is such an enjoyable thing to do. And for anybody out there who's a content creator yourself, please continue to keep that passion and ignite that spark. It's fun. It really is. All you have to do, if anything, just make it engaging. Just make sure that you have good enthusiasm, and overall, just have fun. If you're not having fun, then why bother? Reggie said that from Nintendo America when he was the CEO. Regardless though, just enjoy yourself. If it seems like you're not getting subscribers or whatnot, maybe reevaluate your strategy, but overall, just make sure you make it enjoyable. Like, content creation should not be a chore or a process or a pain or whatever. Unless it's your actual job, then perhaps. But regardless, content creation should be something that you look at and be like, wow, I had fun doing it, and also I'm really proud of it. So it's funny, everybody, on my TikTok channel, I'm actually reposting all my old videos, at least one per day, and I basically have to rewatch them. And as I rewatch them, I'm like, you know, I'm very proud of seeing the growth that I've made in terms of video editing, in terms of, like, you know, actual, like, just development of myself. It's impressive, really, and I'm very happy that I've had the chance to see it. This is 10 months of content in the making, and don't get me wrong, sometimes if it's more relevant to, like, the time of year, then I'll just post the particular relevant content, like for Thanksgiving, or maybe for my December 1st incident, or for the December 9th thing, or in this case for Christmas potentially. But I'm just rewatching my stuff, and I'm like, wow, I did that, and you know, I'm proud of myself. So for those of you who are content creators, please continue going forward and just grow. Learn, develop, reflect, and be proud of yourself. Content creation is not easy, and if everybody could do it, then everybody would be doing it. But some people learn rather quickly that you just can't make just any pieces of content out there. You have to make content that people want to actually watch, and you also have to balance that with content you want to actually make. So I'm very thankful that I have content that people actually want to watch and that I actually genuinely enjoy. Frankly, I feel like I hit the jackpot. And honestly, I get it. I'm not doing like super blow up numbers. I'm not really worried about that. I'm here along for the ride, and I just want to enjoy it for as long as I can. If I ever get super big one day, I know it's going to be a little bit tougher to actually genuinely enjoy, but for right now, I really am having a good time. And I hope, if anything, you're having a good time too. Whatever the case, I'm just forever grateful that you're here, and I hope we can continue to be here for as long as we can. Together. My cat is yelling at a wall. Tell your cat to stop yelling at a wall, dang it! I don't think I can be a YouTuber because I would yap too much. Well, funny enough, Austin, being a yapper is actually a pretty good thing sometimes. However, I will say for the matter of live streaming, my left leg again, dude. My left leg again, dude. My left leg is fixed. I will say for the matter of live streaming, it may not be the best idea because you should catch up on chat and whatnot. But like, if you're doing like video diaries or basically just posting content where you're just talking about a certain topic or a certain matter, that's fine. Go ahead, have at it, enjoy yourself, have fun. Just make sure you gotta make sure you make your content have a proper flow and be tantalizing enough, especially if you're a newer content creator. Now, I will say this, short form videos is one of the best ways to reach proper engagement because it kind of forces you to make shorter videos, and I will say you have to say a lot in shorts in such a short matter of time. Personally, I try to strive for anything less than a minute, but sometimes I go to like the 2.5 minute marks and whatnot, like my most recent VOD that I posted. Whatever the case though, using short form videos is a great way to reach out to people. Just try to find a way to condense your niche into particular videos wherever you can. And if you really have to, if you have like one long video, just cut that down into multiple different short form videos. And honestly, that's a short form video is still a video. Don't ever let anybody make you think it's not an actual video. Now, granted, from what I've gathered, there's actually like more success and engagement if you make a long form video. But short form videos are it's almost like potato chips. Like, you're gonna eat it, you'll probably never feel satisfied, but hey, you're still eating something, you know what I mean? Short form videos are a great way for people to reach out to you. You may not grow specifically from it, but it's still a way for you to grow your audience, which I have done personally. A lot of my videos are actually short form videos because A, they're just fun, and B, it's really a way for people to engage with your stuff. So you have to kind of figure it out, you have to feel the flow out, and overall just, again, have fun while doing it. That is the most important thing I can ever emphasize when you do all this kind of stuff. Hey Roller, it's important that you sometimes rest. You shouldn't overwork yourself. I will rest on Christmas and the day after Christmas. I really can't wait for those 2 days because I'm gonna sleep. Oh man, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't get me wrong, and I can power through it the best I can. I promise you. And I'll probably find my moments tomorrow to just kind of rest and relax. But overall, I'm gonna power through it. I'm in my grind phase. I'm in my grind. It's all about that grind. You know what I mean? It's time to get that bread. Yeah! See, I don't even know what that was. I really want to get into VR streaming. I've streamed before, but I'm not really that talkative. Well, it's okay. If anything, you just have to find what you want to talk about. That is one of the most important things you have to establish. And as long as you have a proper way, as long as you have a proper subject matter you're trying to talk about, and you don't deviate a little too much perhaps, then you too can be a content creator, especially a live streamer. Now, of course, I always emphasize that you should make sure you reach out your audience if you are live streaming, like I'm trying to do personally, but you have to also make sure how long you potentially have to talk or engage in a certain question or comment that's given to you before you have to move on to the next person. Now, I'm trying to get better about it. I'm usually pretty good. Today I'm kind of bad because I'm just kind of tired. But for the most part, there is a certain flow to it. You just have to try it and feel it out, and eventually you will find your success. I guarantee it. I had a hi Adrian, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I had a stream buddy I play with. We had like 5 subs combined. Well, perhaps you can try it again, Birdie. You just have to have your best interests and efforts for your community, and you have to make sure you show your appreciation wherever you can, the best you can. You got this. I believe in you. Bye, Austin. I hope you take care. Have a great day. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza, yeah, for you and me. Chat. Don't. Wait, where did my mic go? That was probably careless of me. Mic? Where did my mic go? Chat, help me find my mic. Chat, help me find my mic. Where's my mic? Hello? Mic? Hello, microphone? I'll find you, whether you like it or not. I'm freaking dumb. Where is my microphone? It's like somewhere. Where'd it go? Hello, microphone. Earth the microphone. Wait, I think I saw it. No, see it. Wait, where did it actually go? Chad, you gotta tell me if I'm getting hotter, warmer, or colder to my microphone. Oh wait, hold on. Reflection. That's not it. Where did it go? Holy cow. It flew off my head, and it went somewhere else. Oh my goodness, where did the microphone go? Like, no lie. Chad, no lie, I don't know where my microphone went. Are you serious? It's not good. It like, literally like, tucked itself away somewhere. I don't know where it went. That is pretty sad actually. Oh boy. It's also just, it should be a good test that I did clean my room out. Yeah, whatever the case. Oh, microphone. Microphone. Come here, microphone. I'll find you eventually, microphone. Microphone. Yeah, am I getting warmer or colder to my microphone? I don't even know. You guys are technically the microphone. You guys are shooting the microphone. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. That's what I get for doing a skit when my headset isn't fully secured on my head. How dare I? Oh jeez. 1 second everybody, I'm gonna take my headset off. 1 second. Hold on, before I do that though, I have something for this. It's not even spinning. You stink. Whatever. Oh, there it is. It's spinning now. Alright, I'll be right back real quick. 1 second, please. Now, where's my... Now we can seriously cook. Oh, it actually flew a completely different direction than I thought it would. Alright. I fixed that. We're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci, chat. Hello? Why am I on the floor? Why am I on the floor? Why am I broken? Hello? Oh, there we go. I just fell off the freaking... I fell off the thing. How dumb of me. Anyways, I'm gonna go back upstairs. But also, I'm gonna do this too. Whoop. Oh, the camera's like spazzing out. Here, come here. Camera's like straight up spazzing out. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, 1 second. Hi. That was quite interesting now, wasn't it? Let me actually just turn off. Look at me. It's probably my best interest. Let me, I'm gonna probably catch up on chat, and I'm probably gonna dip out of here. So, sorry everybody for that. That's what I get for trying to do a skit without properly securing my headset, you know what I mean? Anyways, let me continue reading chat. Hi, your avatar is super cute and you sound friendly. Hi, Foxy AU. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I'm forever grateful that you appreciate seeing my avatar, and I love my avatar too. But you obviously also see what happens when you carelessly do some things that potentially throw the headset off your head. I'm very grateful that the headset did not break. The Quest Pro is actually really sturdy, in my opinion. Especially the one that I have. But Chad, I'm telling you right now, if this thing breaks, that's like my whole content gone for a good while, because then I have to buy another one. And frankly, because of some certain circumstances that have happened, I wouldn't be able to so easily buy one. So I have to be a little extra careful to make sure that that doesn't happen. Oh boy, the go to sleep meme. I have ADHD. I've been in pills since a kid. I probably have ADHD myself personally, but I've never been diagnosed for it. But we're just gonna pretend I don't, even though it most definitely seems like I do. Shh! Don't tell anybody though. Oh man. I was doom scrolling and then the roller summoned me. Hi Kaisla, I appreciate you being here. What the freaking heck, my right controller. Also, I said the water thing quite a bit back, so that just goes to show I am really far behind on chat. This is one of the consequences when you yap like a freaker. You just really fall behind on chat, and I don't want to try to do that, but... my controller? Hello? This is the third time my right-hand controller decided it wanted to be a jerk. But I'm still gonna catch up on chat anyways, because I really need to. Chat? Okay. Alright, I'm here. What? Okay. Why is this being a mess? Okay. Controller's back? Controller's back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see what we got real quick. I see chat slow down, which is really good because that means it gives me a chance. Yeah, everybody just literally just left. Good. That honestly is actually, I kind of want that because I do want to actually get off at this point. Hi, Templar Defender. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you here. Cookies. Thank you, T-Roller. You've done some for us. The Random Slandom Fandom channel. Roller, have you played Geometry Dash? Just wondering. I personally have not played Geometry Dash. Actually I play like 2 levels of it, but I never really got into it. I actually played the game that was the precursor to Geometry Dash, and that game was called The Impossible Game. That game came out on Xbox 360 a long time ago as an indie game, and that game was kind of tough, but that was like the initial first Geometry Dash in my opinion. But then after years later, Geometry Dash came out, and then they made Geometry Dash a bunch of levels, and they made all this, and they made all that, and Geometry Dash as a whole is huge now. You can even make all completely different games with Geometry Dash, which is really cool in my opinion, and I'm very happy for whoever actually enjoys Geometry Dash and has a chance to be able to just have fun with it. It seems like a really fun game. So if you enjoy it yourself, I hope you enjoy it for as long as you can, because it does seem like a rather fulfilling game in my opinion. Hi Peanut Butter. Hi Jelly. How are you doing? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. So it's crazy because what happened was my headset, because I try to whip my head back, I have to really tighten my headset to make sure this doesn't happen. So I was doing the Krusty Krab pizza thing. Oh, this headset's so tight right now. But it's I don't know how many of you watched the SpongeBob thing, but it's it's the pizza, yeah, for you and me. Oh, my legs too, my legs. But I think what happened with that is that everybody just basically left. But that's okay. Honestly, I needed to get off at this point because I wasn't really intending to stream for a very long period of time, and at this point I feel like I've hit my mark. I've went a little bit past my hour mark that I usually intend, but you know, I had a lot of fun in the process, so I'm always happy to go a little bit further past. I yapped for a little bit too much longer this time than I should have, but I think that was really because I was just kind of tired and I just needed to have a chance to have a sense of an outlet perhaps. So if you were here that at least to hear out for me and reach to listen to me, I'm forever grateful that you're here. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you had a good time if you are still here. But regardless, I think at this point I pretty much have caught up. Yeah, I pretty much have caught up. So thank you everybody who has been here. My heart does go out to you. Thank you for having a chance to be able to be here with me and just enjoy the time that we spend together. And overall, I'm very grateful that I have a lovely community that's able to be here with me on this random Monday night. So my heart does go out to you. Mwah. Love you all very, very much. And I hope, if anything, if I don't live stream again, I hope you all have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. And overall, just make sure, I always say this in my live streams, just make sure that you reach out and you give someone a sense of positivity. If not today, then tomorrow. Whether it be a compliment, you know, you make... My back, what's my back doing? What is this weird pose that I'm doing? I'm not actually doing that in real life. Let me try this then. No, I'm still doing it, I guess. That's weird. Whatever the case, as like, you know, make sure you provide a sense of positivity out there to people around you, and overall, just make sure you be a good person. It's all I can really ask for, and I know you got this, and I will love you forever if you do so. But I think that's it for me, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic night or a fantastic day, and please, do take care, be safe, and overall, keep being you, alright? Have a good night. Hi, Danielle. Bye, Danielle. Sorry, I'm heading off now. But I do hope you take care. Have a good night.